My friends, we have an emergency situation in our republic. Our system of government, of checks and balances, is dying with a whimper, not a bang. It's dying to thunderous applause from people that want to, quote, get their Social Security checks. We've been made dependent, and we have 50 million Americans now in high-tech breadlines every day surviving off of digital food stamps on their government-issued ID cards administered by J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs. My friends, this stuff happens and they report on it in the Associated Press, Huffington Post, like they're talking about what the temperature was today. In an innocuous headline, Mitch McConnell debt ceiling plan, Senate GOP leader offers alternative to Obama's grand bargain. And they just calmly say here, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican of Kentucky, floated a novel way. It's novel. Actually, it's been done in Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, and almost every other culture that didn't have freedom. A novel way out of the default Tuesday, suggesting that Congress give up its power to raise the debt ceiling and instead effectively transfer that authority to the president. And some Republicans are going, oh, what a genius idea. Once Obama has the dictator powers, he'll be the one to blame. You know, that's how they spin it. They're doing this, even though it's political suicide for the Republicans, because they're owned by the big banks that have us in receivership. It's the same thing you've seen in Greece, same thing in Ireland, same thing moving into Europe. They're now going to their third bailout of Greece. There's never enough. The people don't owe this money. It's derivative fraud created by the central banks and the big six private banks that own the shares in it, that they've gotten our governments that they financed, the presidential runs and prime minister runs of these people all over the world, into power. And so they're now transferring us over to them. It's incredible. It'd be like if I had a debt of $1 million and somehow I got the city mayor to pass a law that you had to pay my private debt, and then when you paid me for my debt, I got interest from you for you paying me for my debt. But side issue. The point is, whether it's war in Libya or whether it's carbon taxes or internet kill switches, or now he's saying he's going to sign executive orders to restrict the Second Amendment. And it was in the Houston Chronicle today. The ATF's just ordering gun shops outside of law now how many guns they can sell, after the government shipped the guns into Mexico to then blame the Second Amendment. I mean, these people are such incredible criminals, and what's scary is they're out in the open. Before they would mince words about the Constitution while circumventing it and playing lawyer tricks. Now they don't even do that. And they do quote some Republicans at the end of the article saying, quote, this proposal is not only likely unconstitutional, it's the worst possible political strategy for Republicans, and they go on from there. And they say McConnell's plan is full surrender, a white flag approach. And yes, it is. It's the Republican leadership saying, you know what, you do whatever you want, you raise the debt however much you want. Remember they told us 3 years ago, give us the $27 trillion that the foreign banks have sucked out of us and we'll fix the economy. Now, chilling. If you didn't see last Sunday's Meet the Press with Tiny Tim Geithner, the private Federal Reserve guy who heads up the Treasury now, saying, hey, this is going to be the worst thing in anybody's life. This is going to be the worst time, anything we've ever experienced, and it's going to go on for a long time. Wow, from hope and change to get ready for the austerity, you're screwed. But the big banksters, they're making record profits, record bonuses. They're taking over all the industries because they engineered this. They got rid of the Glass-Steagall Act to allow them to do this. They create trillions and trillions, over 1.5 quadrillion, over 1,000 trillion in derivatives, and then pay off politicians to sign us on to their debt. And then they're telling us, oh, we got a way to fix this. We'll let the president control the power of the purse. In case they didn't teach you in public school this, let me just give you a newsflash. It's Article 1, Section 7, power of the purse. Congress levies the taxes, sets the laws, controls the issuance of currency and credit. 100%. Congress declares war and directs the president. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even have words for this. They have the Republicans proposing to make the president a dictator. But to be technical, presidents come and go. It's that office that the special interests control, the very same lobbyists and mega companies and Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan that controlled Clinton to get rid of Glass-Steagall, controlled George W. Bush, control Obama, control the Rick Perry or Mr. Obamacare, Mitt Romney. This is a total heist, and they've done the same thing in scores of other first world and developing countries. And we got the IMF World Bank documents in 2002 where they were planning to do it here. Even the BBC reported it. I've been screaming bloody murder. I wrote my book, Descent into Tyranny, on this and told you what was going to happen in 2002. I interviewed economists in 98 who were talking about what was going to happen. This has been done over and over again. And they're militarizing the police. There's all this other crazy footage now. Well, I'll cover it more on the radio tomorrow, 11 to 2 Central. You can always listen to the free podcast at Infowars.com, or you can hear the live streams there on your local AM and FM station. The point is that they're acting like this is no big deal, like they're discussing where are we going to go eat this Sunday afternoon. They're just calmly talking about, oh, we'll just let the president control the power of the purse now, because the country is totally run, the National Security Council, by the private banks that have taken decades to fully get control of this nation and distract the public with American Idol and all this other crap. We're going into a total collapse depression that they want to use to re-engineer society. We're at a crossroads. It's us or them. It's liberty versus tyranny. The globalists have passed the point of no return. They're fully committed. They're all in. They've committed so many crimes that if they don't get their full takeover in place, they know they're going to end up going to prison. And that's why it's pedal to the metal. They're fully committed. We have to fully commit against them. Please spread the word that the office of the presidency is being transformed into a total dictatorship.